Shalom family, this is just an update video to those of you who have joined the 12 Tribes Academy. Anyone who was a member of the Black Academy, your account was transferred over there too, so your membership is still valid at the 12 Tribes Academy. Just to let you all know, we've gotten a lot of questions and we've gotten a lot of new members who have joined the site. Just to let you all know that we are going to be updating content more frequently now because we're going to be putting a lot of our concentration into providing educational materials for our young people and for our families. Those of you who have older children, we have some outlines that we're going to be putting together to give you some good instructions on how you can supplement or use your own materials for educating your children at home. With the younger children, a lot more hands-on attention is required. But we're going to show you how our day goes as far as our older children and how you could effectively educate them at home. I want to take all of the worry and the stress out of educating your children at home. And so we're going to be doing more videos where we will even include you in our class. We did one the other day. It's just a simple chalkboard lesson, but we wanted to give you all some ideas of things that you can do with your children. One of those is open air math, and that's a chalkboard lesson with our younger children. We'll show you how fun and how easy it is, and also it encourages your children to think. Okay, a lot of the way Western education is structured is kind of, geared towards what they want to teach, right? And I'm not saying that all of it is bad, but what I'm saying is that we need to concentrate our efforts on things that we need, okay? Like when you look, I give our children the example of how American history is so tarnished with lies and deception. So we don't like to spend our time wasting it teaching that nonsense. We get our own history books. We get the Bible. We get other sources to teach our children history. And so we're going to be sharing with you some ideas on how you can structure your own curriculum, and you can use some of our curriculum to supplement that. Those of you who may be intimidated by the idea of structuring your own curriculum, don't worry about that. We're going to share some things with you that I promise will make it easier and more simple for you to accept that educating your children at home is a good idea. A lot of times we think that we have to have a curriculum out of the box, you see, and there's nothing wrong with that if that's what you choose. But for those of us who want to have more control over what our children use or what they learn, we're going to show you ways to put together a lesson plan that's going to work for you, you see. I remember with our older children, both Tierra and Aliyah, they both had Abeka Christian Academy materials. And guess what? We still got some of those materials. We don't use them. We still have them though because we paid for it. But when I looked through some of that material, that was one of the things that encouraged us to start making our own curriculum, making our own assignments, making our own workbooks. With as I look through that stuff, I'm telling you, when you really pay attention to what they're pushing, it's all, with that being a Christian school as well, it's a lot of Christian nonsense in that expensive curriculum we paid for. It's a lot of Euro nonsense. It's a lot of learning or teaching from their perspective. It's okay to learn from a black perspective or a so-called black perspective. We were having a teaching session with the children the other day, and we asked them, how did our ancient forefathers teach and instruct everyone when there were no pencils, no ink pens? There were no tablets for everyone to write on. We didn't have all of that. So how did they learn back then? Were they just a bunch of dumb clucks, or were they learning? You see? So I want you all to stay tuned and take some of the encouragement that we offer as it relates to how to educate your children. Of course, we do appreciate all of the modern advances that we have, and we utilize those. But I want to show you how actually exercising your children's mind through a different form of education is a lot better than just printing out worksheets. Now, of course, we do offer worksheets. We do those, okay? I'm not saying worksheets are bad. Okay, so I want to clarify what I mean by that. Even the contents on the worksheet, you have to pay attention to that, because I was giving someone an example the other day. There was a worksheet that was in some scholastic book where they had 4 children. There were 2 white children and 2 black children, 2 boys, 2 girls, right? When they were referring to the white children, they were like, she is successful, this, that, or the other, and he is a such and such and such and such. 2 very positive things. And with the black kids, one of them was called angry. He looks very angry. She looks very mad, or something like that. I have that actual screenshot of that worksheet that at some point I may share in one of my videos to show the witchcraft that they're putting out there to make it seem like we're all just so evil, right? And that they're all so successful and righteous and holy. Okay, I'm not trying to be racist and making this point here. What I'm trying to show to our so-called black people is that you have to be careful what you put in front of your children when they call it education. I remember one worksheet too where the question was, it was about George Washington Carver. And they call this Black History.